Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Solid Rock, Minnesota podcast, a place to swing by for a brief moment for some stories or news and things to ponder. It's a place to take a small pause from your busy life. So grab yourself some coffee or a mug of tea or a pop, as we like to call it here in the North Country, and kick back for a moment. Take a breather. This past week, the CDC decided that masking is no longer necessary both outdoors and indoors, at least for those who have been fully vaccinated against the COVID virus. Finally, it seems that there's light at the end of the long tunnel, and maybe this time it isn't a train heading straight for us on the same track. It actually sounded hopeful. It was interesting to listen to the news and all the feedback from average Americans after the announcement was made. It's been well over a year ago that we were asked to wear masks covering our nose and our mouth. While there's much excitement about it, there's also a sense of leeriness at the same time. While all of those interviewed were hopeful, it seemed many also were expressing fear of shedding their masks. And I guess I'm right along there with all of them. I mean, I've been covering my mouth and nose for over a year, everywhere I go, everywhere. I've got my various fit and styles of masks all over the minivan and the Jeep and the best halves truck, and even extras in my purse in case I forget to bring one from the vehicle into the store with me. I have black ones, colorful ones, even red plaid ones like most everybody else around here. I have multicolored ones to fit whatever color sweatshirt I am wearing. I have my favorites and the ones I'll force myself to wear if all the good ones are in the wash. We have a small tin canister that is on a table right next to the cell phones where they charge, and it's full of masks so that we can grab one when we're heading out. Those simple face coverings have become a part of my identity over the past 15 months, and I have to believe this may be true for many others. While maybe you couldn't see my entire face and expressions, the mask oftentimes could help you figure out a little bit more about my personality. For instance, red plaid, it's me, typical Scandinavian Minnesotan, don't you know? The black mask, stay clear and no one gets hurt. I'm just getting my stuff done and don't want anything standing in my way, including a conversation about the weather. And since being fully vaccinated, I've resorted to those thin gaiters that serve no purpose whatsoever for keeping germs from coming in or going out. But they've let me make the best of a situation. On when in the store, around my neck when not needed. And I never misplace them like I do the mask. And best of all, after masking is over, they serve many purposes, very useful purposes in kayaking and fishing. Well, I was lying in bed last night contemplating what it will be like not having to wear a mask and not having to social distance. Well, the social distancing probably won't change much for us, most Minnesotans, because we like our distance. The unmasking, I believe, will have some impact on all of us. I think unmasking will happen slowly here in Minnesota. Kind of like a long, hard, and cold winter and then putting on a bathing suit come spring. That feeling of sort of being exposed and naked to all those around you. After 15 months of no one seeing your face in public, you will be seen. I've been working with new people the past year, and right now, if I met them without their mask on, I wouldn't know them. I have never seen the lower part of their face. All this masking has taught me how to read body language way more than I ever knew I was capable of. When the masks come off, we will see facial expressions, smiles, frowns, grimaces, even anger. We will be able to read others' emotions through their facial expressions. And for those hard of hearing or deaf people, we will be able to once again read lips and facial expressions and know without a doubt what's being communicated. For that reason alone, I feel like my guard can be let down some once we are all unmasked. But that being said, I also have a little anxiety that's set in. Yeah, it's great we're getting out of this big pandemic mess we've been in, but how will we know if all the unmasked people are truly and fully vaccinated? I mean, basically, we're all going to be on the honor system. How has that worked in the past experiences? I have to say I'm not holding out much hope on that plan. People will do what they want to do at this point. But I guess it really isn't of my concern any longer. I'm protected. I won't give another the virus, and I've done what I think is the right thing to do as far as being a part of this world. And those that choose to be unmasked and unvaccinated will just be taking their chances, maybe a little riskier chances than others. But as herd immunity kicks in, maybe finally we can get back to a more normal way of living, except now we all have the experience of having lived through a pandemic. Here's hoping we never have to live through this again. You've been listening to the podcast of Solid Rock, Minnesota. We're honored and happy you've taken the time from your busy day to give us a listen. If you've enjoyed spending a few minutes with us, please tell your family and friends to stop by and check us out. Feel free to leave a comment here and subscribe to the Solid Rock, Minnesota podcast. You can also stop by and visit our website at www.solidrockminnesota.com. There you'll find links to our blog and also the local weather here at Solid Rock, Minnesota. Always a conversation starter. Also, send us your post office mailing address for a free authentic Minnesota postcard with a personal message to you from Solid Rock, Minnesota. There's no strings attached. Just send us your mailing address and we'll send you a postcard. It's all absolutely free to you. We just like hearing from listeners and see where you're all from. Until next time, may you be surrounded with life, laughter, family, and friends, people who truly know you. Many blessings.